No, FNAF analog horror is literally not scary anymore. And I'm gonna tell you why. In this new FNAF animation, I forgot what it's called, but it's a new one that came out, and all these channels have hopped onto it to say how scary it is or to react to it and pretend to be scared. I'm going to tell you right now, this thing is not scary. What it does is it recycles the same generic FNAF analog horror formula. Talking kids in the background, maybe the bite of 87 or some kind of child incident they're hinting at, or outright just show it and try to build off that, which isn't a bad thing, but if you do it the most generic way, it's not going to make it scary. So basically, this thing starts off as some kid in the FNAF pizzeria, and literally she talks to the animatronics, and while the Freddy and Chica and Bonnie and Foxy are talking, they have these weird cuts where you can see the children's face, I guess the spirit of the child talking for a split second, and they keep on doing that every single 20 seconds. And it gets to a point where it's not scary anymore because you keep repeating the same things over and over again. Sure, they're not saying the same things, but they keep popping up. When you do that, it makes it not scary anymore. Okay, you did it the first 1 to 2 times. Don't keep doing it. Literally, I did it with Foxy, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica. Everyone got the same kind of treatment where it's like you hear the child talking and you see this kind of wannabe scary face. It's not really scary because I've seen it so many fucking times. It's not scary, and they keep spamming that, which makes it not at all like, oh, I wonder what's happening. No. And some little girl goes up to Foxy and I guess messes with him. And Foxy just immediately bites her frontal lobe off. And she just falls over and dies. And the whole entire crowd goes screaming. Which is literally the same generic formula for FNAF. No kid dies, gets their frontal lobe bitten off, and then some time skip later, a night guard's in a pizzeria and then they die too or something. And even after this whole bite event in this animation, the night guard is now at the pizzeria working, and even still now, they're still having the cuts to the child's talking quietly. I'm not saying this animation is literally meant for reaction content, but it feels like those junk YouTubers who play Minecraft analog horror mods just to make footage and make content for people to watch. Literally, there are mods on the Boiled One, there are mods on Bloodbath Godzilla, there are mods on pretty much almost any popular analog horror, and it's put in Minecraft. But the thing is, these aren't high quality mods. They're just PNGs with loud sounds. And YouTubers, not me, because I would never do that, but they would grab these mods. It's an insult to even call them mods. They're just kind of like these installments on the game, and they have these YouTubers play it, and then they make this trash content to appeal to 7-year-olds and have them keep subscribing. It's actual garbage content. The mod that they're playing is literally made to have content on it. It's made to have a YouTuber make content on it, because any high quality horror mod would have trailers for it, would have all this different suspense for it. These don't. They're just a PNG and a loud sound when it catches you or chases you. There's no real substance put behind it at all. It's just garbage. It's bare minimum. It's garbage. And I'm saying this feels the same for this analog horror right here for FNAF, this new one. I'm not saying it's literally just made for people to react to, but it really feels like that. It feels like there's no real weight behind this, and it just feels like almost a bare minimum a series can be. Yes, the animation and the visuals are unique to this own series because it's like a kind of puppet moving stuff, but beyond that, you have to have it stand out. If you have kids that keep saying the same thing over and over and over again and having these cuts to where it shows the kids or their corpses, it's not scary. It's not scary anymore. Maybe 3 years ago, and maybe even 1 year ago, this could work, but not anymore. It doesn't work anymore, at least not with me. I've been watching horror and analog horror stuff for a long time. So stuff like this would not get me. That's why stuff like Greylock gets me, because it's not a repeat of the same thing. It's still analog horror, but it's not the repeat of the same thing. It's basically, I won't even explain it because you have to watch on your own time, because that will actually give you chills. But besides this analog horror right here for FNAF, and that's what I'm really trying to say for this. It's not outright garbage. I'm not saying it's garbage, but I'm saying this this new FNAF analog horror is nothing to be scared of, really. At least if you've been looking at analog horror content for a long time. I watched it, and I can say for a pretty good fact that this thing, while it's not badly animated, it is, I think, poorly executed in the way that it fails to make me want to turn my lights on or sleep with my door closed or keep all the lights on in my house at all times. It doesn't do that at all. It's not scary like that, because the children's face has been used so many times in other FNAF horrors that if you're gonna use it in your own, you damn for sure need to make sure that stands out. Like, that is completely like unique and like something that's never been done before, because if you don't, then you'll just blend in with everyone else. And that's what happened here, in my opinion. The animation stands on its own. The animation is on its own good, but literally beyond that, this thing is generic. That's why I suggest watching Fredbear's Family Diner. And yes, it's not an analog horror, but it is so well animated and so well told of a story that I literally would pay maybe a few $100,000 to have this as like a full Netflix like trilogy, something like that, because it is, sure, it's not an analog horror, it's not any kind of really horror, it's more of a story, and it's such a good story too. And it took time for it to be made, of course, but literally go watch it. It's such a good fucking FNAF series, because man, the story behind that, I just can't explain it. It's too much to explain, but you just have to watch it because I don't want to spoil you. But literally, I think that's a good comparison that's a good check between the two. Fredbear's Family Diner and this analog horror for FNAF that's new. Yes, one is an analog horror, one is not, but it basically boils down to how you how you import your story. If it's imported poorly, then people will feel that. And these channels that make content off it don't really care how bad the story is. They just know if it's trending, they'll make a video on it, and they might pretend to be scared. But for me, yes, I'll make a video on it, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be scared. I'm not scared of this thing. It doesn't freak me out. It doesn't give me chills. That's why I don't really see any big content creators reacting to it. Because if I had to guess, it's because it's not scary. It's not worth putting like my eyes on and making a video on and spending the hours I need to spend on that video to edit the video for you guys to watch and enjoy. Is simply not worth it. So this video is a rant, not a glazing fest of me trying to say how scary this is, because it's not scary. So yes, there'll be some good editing in here, but literally beyond that, this series is not at bare, but at best, on a good day, it's passable for analog horror. It's passable for giving someone a good scare. But beyond that, it is nothing special, it's nothing crazy, and I don't think it's that good of a series or that good of a one-off video. So that's my take on it, guys. So see you guys next time. Peace.